Morning, August 1st, 2025. This is a tutorial on OBS, and right now you're looking at a black screen and you see three scenes, scene 2, and my broadcast camera. For demonstrative purposes, we're going to go to my broadcast camera. We're going to show that I have an image, which is my logo. We're going to show that I have a video capture device, which isn't on because I'm using Zoom. And you can tell that because of the background that you can't see yet, but you'll see it in a second. We'll turn that off. And the browser is what this is. So if you go to the scene and I turn on Zoom, there I am. And I apologize, I don't have my camera where I want it. I need to move it literally 4 feet, 5 feet to the left so that it's right in front of me. So that when I'm monitoring this screen, that I can see what I'm doing. And you're not looking at an angle of me working on that. So let's go back to the beginning. Thought just came to my head. First things first. Let's go back to the beginning. We're going to turn this source off. We're going to pretend like we don't have anything here. We're going to act like there are no scenes in here. We're going to create a scene. And we're going to call this, because I probably will delete it, even though I generally don't. We're going to call this OBS BS 101. Now, it's our scene. You have to have a scene, then you have to have a source. Let's go grab a source. You have several sources. You have application audio capture, which is obviously new, it's in beta, audio input, audio output, a browser, color, display, game capture, image. You can read. You can see you've got a lot of choices. I don't ever do audio input. I don't ever do audio output. I don't ever do color source. I do use display capture. I'm going to start off with that. Think of this as a blank canvas, and we're going to just put something on the canvas. And we're going to call this Zoom window 2. Now, I think if I put it in Zoom window, it's going to tell me it exists. It should have said it exists because it does exist in another scene. We're going to go capture this, and that's the wrong one. I know that's the wrong one. That's my main OBS, and I can see that when I come up here that I'm recording this, so I know this is wrong. So we're just going to change it to the other one. As a general rule, automatic does not work for me, but it did this time, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to see how that works out. I'm going to hit OK. Now, there's some things in here that you need to pay attention to, or at least in my opinion, you need to pay attention to. Right now, this is showing the entire Zoom window. It is showing you this from Zoom Workplace. It's showing you how long this has been going, and yes, it's been going 26 minutes. It took me about 21 minutes to go through my setup, testing, recording, and blah, blah, blah. I'm just not with it today. So we want to get rid of that. Well, to do that, you hover over with your mouse so you get the double arrow, then you press the Alt key, and then you crop this down to what you want. Do that with all the things you're trying to get rid of. So you again hover, double arrow, crop it down, hover, Alt, crop it down, hover, Alt, crop it down to where you get gone the things that you don't want. Now I can adjust this. Now I can take this, grab it at a corner, and I can make this any size I want. You can grab the sidebars and make it any size you want. I just like using the corner. It's easier for me. So that's our first piece of work here in there. Now I can come over here to Zoom and I can change my background, and you can see it popping up in there. And that's a whole different ball game in itself. So now, if I turn my camera off in Zoom, you will see the background that I created and Bill Dawson with Bill Dawson's help. Bill made the virtual TV. I put one of my videos of a fish in there and it loops, so it's got a little blink here in a minute. It's just terrible. That's not what this is about. Let's continue on with the video.
Can.
I'm just going to let that play. So the next thing we want to do is, what do we want to record? What do we want to broadcast? What do we want to do? So we're going to add another source, and we're going to add, just for purposes of the way I generally do things, we're going to add an image. We'll call it image 2. I would name these to what they are. So we're going to not leave this as image 2. We're going to call this basic background. We're going to hit OK. We're going to go find an image by browsing. If you don't know where it's at, then you can come up here to your desktop, or in this case, I'm going to go to my downloads because I know what I'm looking for is in my downloads. And I'm just going to grab a JPEG and put it in there. This is the preview window. You move that out of the way. This is what it's going to look like. And it's the same principle. Takes up the whole screen. I can crop it as I see fit. So we're going to hit that. Now, because this is its original size, this camera is still being seen. If I were to expand this, and there's a few different ways you can expand it. You can drag it, or you can right click, transform, fit the screen, stretch the screen. We're going to fit it to the screen. Well, it's not quite fitting all the screen because I can still see a little bit of the floor from there. So we're gonna rewind. We're gonna back it up and do it again. We're gonna go to transform, reset the transform, right click, transform, stretch the screen. Now we cover up everything. How this works is it's layers. Whatever's on top and active, it will be what's displayed. If I turn off the basic background, we have that. And it's going to blink because it's on a loop. So let me change that because that'll get annoying. Let's go in there and adjust the background, and let's go find one that's not and here again, you can have static pictures or you can have videos. Either or doesn't make any difference. I On Zoom at night, I run both sometimes. I'm going to use this picture. This is from Ski Man from our Zoom group. He sent that to me. It's a beautiful picture. So, basic backgrounds on, we have that. This is a simple fix. You grab whatever's on top and you put it underneath. Remember layers. Zoom windows, the top layer or the background layer. This is now the bottom layer, or the top layer rather, I'm sorry. So I don't like the square picture. We're going to go see if we can play with this. We're going to highlight that, go into filters. We're going to add a filter. And apparently on this particular computer, I don't have user defined shader. So I can't do what I want to do. User defined shaders is about 100 or so different things you can do to filter the image or the video or whatever. And you can crop it, I think. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. So let's go to the window. and still nothing happens. Let's turn these off and see if I can get this to, this is so much fun sometimes. I'm trying to not do that. I think the capture card is working. I don't know, may or may not be working. Oh, it's not working. OBS is running. It will not work with OBS. Caveat that. Most of the time it will not work with OBS. And I can't shut OBS off because I'm using my OBS to do this recording. So let's delete that. Simply highlight it, delete, and it's gone. Now I'm going to grab video capture device, and we're going to say it's a V2 again. I guess that's what it was. I'm going to go find something that may, let's see if the virtual camera works. I have no idea. Oh yeah, cool, virtual camera works. Now, virtual camera's right here. I believe it's this virtual camera. It should be this virtual camera. It's on this system. And you go into, I think set it up. It's been a while since I've done this. You go to settings, and you go find your, what you want it to be. We're going to use a scene. We're going to go find a scene, and it's going to come from here. Let's try scene 2. I could have the camera on, and right there it is. All right. Now, leave the camera on. If I wanted to, if I had another camera, I could go in here and grab a video capture device, which is an interesting way of saying camera. We're going to call it video capture device 2, because I am deleting this. And then you go in here to find your device. Well, I happen to know this specific device I want to use is my 922, which is being used over here. But for demonstrative purposes, we're going to use the capture card. And we're going to hit OK. And nothing happens. So we're going to go back into it, go to the, we'll deactivate it right here, and reactivate it, and still nothing happens. Let's turn these off and see if I can get this to, this is so much fun sometimes. I'm trying to not do that. I think the capture card is working. I don't know. It may or may not be working. Oh, it's not working. OBS is running, and it will not work with OBS. Caveat that most of the time it will not work with OBS. And I can't shut OBS off because I'm using my OBS to do this recording. So let's delete that. Simply highlight it, delete, and it's gone. Now we're going to grab video capture device, and we're going to say it's going to be 2 again. I guess that's what it was. And we're going to go find something that may, let's see if the virtual camera works. I have no idea. Oh yeah, cool, the virtual camera works. Now, virtual camera is right here. I believe it's this virtual camera. It should be this virtual camera. It's on this system. And you go into, I think to set it up, it's been a while since I've done this. You go into settings and you go find your, what you want it to be. We're going to use a scene. We're going to go find a scene. And then it's going to come from here. Let's try scene 2. The virtual camera will be restarted. Fine. We're going to stop it. I don't see anything. I think I have to activate that, which is weird because that's not going to work. Virtual camera and I don't get along too well. I know people that are experts with it. I personally am not, because I can never get it to work the way I want to get it to work. Try a source, basic background, try image, hit OK. I'm guessing if I go find me an image, if I turn this on, let's go. Ain't nothing like learning on the fly, believe me. And there we go. Turn that off. Come back to background. Go back to video capture. Go into properties. We are looking for, we're going to deactivate it, reactivate it. We're looking for the UFO to show up. Doesn't show up. Put that down there. Go here. Oh, because it's trying to go to C drive. Oh no, that's not what I want. I want this one. I want that. And I'm going to make this work. If nothing else today, this is going to work. I'm going to delete that. Yes. Make sure I'm still here. I'm still here. So we're going to add a video capture device. We're going to use the OBS virtual camera. We're going to hit OK. Go into settings here and go see if we can grab image 2. With a little bit of luck, when we start this, there we go. Beautiful. Now if I turn on this and bring this down underneath that, wow, that should have moved and it did not. Let's turn that off. Oh, because I don't have it on. Turn that back on. Turn that off. Now, nope, that ain't working. It's right there, and I grabbed a really rough one to use. I don't need to clean this up or anything. The Zoom window is me. Oh, that is right. We'll put that over here. We're gonna make the UFO replace the doggone Windows logo. And if I was doing this, I would go in there and get rid of the PNG. So there you go. Again, I don't like the squareness. I got to figure out how to get what I want on here on there. So now let's go add, what else? Let's add a browser. This is what I wanted to point out. This gets really fun. So we're going to grab a browser and we're going to call it browser 2. And it's going to go find, it's got its own browser, OBS does, and you can put anything in there you want. And in this case, I'm going to go to my DaVinci machine. I'm going to open up YouTube. I'm going to go find a video that I know I can use. I'm going to grab the URL by copying it. I'm going to come in here and paste it. Control V. I don't change any of this. We'll discuss that in a second. We hit OK. And just like that, there is your browser source. And it too, if you right click and hit transform, stretch to stream, it'll take up the whole thing. Again, you see it needs cleaned up. So hover over it, double arrow. Oh, why doesn't that work? Good question. You can do it that way, but your aspect ratio is all out of whack. Right click, transform, reset transform. It doesn't work because you have to make any of your cropping and changes right here. So we're going to turn all of this other noise off. And so we're strictly working with this one right here. So hover mouse, press the Alt, make your adjustments. Just clean it up, make it look how you want. You can literally make this any, if I wanted to, I could just have the monitor like that. It's not going to look good, but for demonstrative purposes, I'm going to show you this. Then once I do that, I believe I can right click, transform, fit the screen, and there we go. Doesn't really fit the bill for what I'm trying to do because now we got these black bars. Right click, transform, reset. We're back to the original way we do it. I always just come in here and get rid of all the noise that's on the bottom, all the noise that's on the top and the sides. And if you can see, if you don't get that right on there, it really won't work. All right, that looks pretty good. I think that'll fill out really good. Then you can drag it or transform, fit the screen, and just like that, we are good to go with no problems whatsoever. There's no, I mean, I still need to crop it a little bit on the right, but it's good. If we turn the zoom window on, you can see it kind of wants to show up because I didn't crop it properly. So let's take this browser source and put it all the way to the bottom. And just like that, the zoom window pops up. If we bring this one back, that pops up. If we bring this one back, it's going to replace the browser because it's full screen. If we bring this back and we right click, well, let's not right click. Let's just go to the source, grab a corner, and then put it kind of haphazardly right. Let's cover up that window. I don't like that window. It's too bright. And yes, that looks terrible, but you get the idea. So we have a camera, which is zoom. Now, I'm going to demonstrate one more thing and then I'm going to wrap this up. It's already been 20 minutes. So we're going to add one more thing. Let's see here. I don't use that. I use that. I've never tried that. I do use that. I use an image, have that displayed. Media source, it's slideshow, works pretty good. It's kind of fun to set up, but it does work. Let's go with a camera. And we'll say okay. We'll go get my 922 and we'll deactivate it, even though it's not showing, and we'll hit OK. Now, it's not showing because you see me on Zoom. If I come over to Zoom and I turn the camera off, then you can see this is what's showing up in Zoom, and you can see it looks horrible because I've got the virtual camera being used. If I stop the virtual camera, that should have went away, but it didn't. That's fine. I can live with it. So we're going to come over here to video capture number 3. We're going to go to properties. We're going to make sure we have it on a 922 Pro. We're going to hit OK. We're going to activate that camera. And just like that, there's the camera. So obviously, if you had a secondary camera or another camera, then you could have 2 different angles of, you could have zoom here. I can't use that. If I come over here and try to turn that camera on, it's not going to turn on. It's going to do that because the camera's being used in OBS. One camera source can only be used, as far as I know, in one source. So if we come over here and deactivate the camera here, turn the camera on here, then we're back. Just little things. Little things. Now I don't need this, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm good to go with how I have this. I don't need, and if you're ever confused, this is why you should name things. If you're ever confused on what's what, just turn everything off until you get to what you're looking for. I want to keep the browser. I want to keep image 2. I want to keep basic background, but I don't want the basic background like that. So I'm going to highlight basic background, reset the basic background to the original transform. Then I'm going to transform, stretch the screen. We're good. Now, if I come back in here and start turning these back on, now we're good. If I turn up that, that's interesting. Why did that get big all of a sudden? Oh, because it's the image, and I'm using the. Now if I turn this virtual camera off, it goes to there, but it still shows the virtual camera. So we are going to turn that off. We don't need it. And I could do it this way. I could take this image and come up here to my corner. Well, apparently I've already done that once. Let's set the transform. Well, that looks to be right. Now I can put this like I want, any size. Once you get it how you want it, you can do it whatever you want. And then the only thing you can't do in here, which you can do in DaVinci, is I can make it move across the screen. If you can do it here, if I can start this here and have this come across the screen like that in OBS, I have yet to figure out how to do it. I have no idea if it can be done or not. Image 2, properties. Might be a user-defined thing. I don't know. Use apply alpha in linear space. Okay, that shows everything. I don't want that. So that's good. So there is your basic 101 OBS. One more thing I want to show. If I come over here to the browser, you get this interact button right here. Now I happen to know that this particular stream doesn't have audio. So there's no, if I turn the audio on, there's no audio. However, if we go find audio, and I believe it's in this one, we turn this on. Nope, that's Bill Dawson. Bill has audio. I do have permission from Bill to use his stuff as well. And this is Bill's setup. I'm just using here. This was a show ghetto something. So we can do that. Turn it back on. Live stream, interact. Turn the music on. A little loud. I don't know if it's going to or not. I hope it is. I'm gonna go check a source here real quick and see if it is showing, or showing playing. Hopefully it is. And we're gonna turn it down just a tad. It's a little loud to me. So I'm gonna bring it about right there. And I'll bring it back up. Interesting point. This is active, therefore you see it and you hear it. You don't see it, but you still hear it. And this is where my phantom music was coming from. I had set some things up. I had left OBS running. I had turned them off thinking it would turn them off. It does not turn them off. And what it was it was on something that they are monetized, and I couldn't turn it off because I didn't know how to do it at that time. One of the homies, OneFish26, helps me out on OBS a lot. Now you'll notice I go to interact, I can't do anything. Can't do anything because this is not an active source. If I turn the source on, now I can interact with it and turn this down. Very simple, very easy. Once you understand it, it's very simple. If I go to this one and turn the browser on, This is the same thing. If we highlight the browser, we interact with the browser, you can turn it on, and it's just the ocean, but it has ads. Turn it off, still there. And you can skip the ads. I really wish an ad would pop up. You can skip them. You can change the browser. You can do, just like any other function, you can do what you need to do. So I'm going to turn that off because I don't need the audio. So there you go. Pretty basic. You start out with your scene, start out with the scene, you go to a source, you figure out what it is you want to have on your OBS. You can record, you can stream. If I wanted to stream this, I could have streamed this. I could have actually live streamed this while recording it and uploaded it. And then you've got redundancy, 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 redundancy. To demonstrate, I don't have YouTube running. I'm just going to stream just a very little bit of this by hitting start stream. No broadcast configured. You need to set up a broadcast before you can start streaming. Manage broadcast. I can create a new broadcast or I can select an existing one. Or can I? If I hit select, there's nothing there. This is if you have something scheduled in YouTube. This is if you want to stream from OBS without using, well, you're using YouTube because you're streaming to YouTube. We'll cover that one of these days. So we're going to call this OBS live stream snippet. Then put a description, quick live stream. Public gaming. This one right here doesn't stick. See, always, if I get this where I want it, let's say I want to put a thumbnail in there and I want to go to my downloads and I want to use Windows, let's use this Windows 12. Be different today. And I come down here to hit create broadcast and start streaming. I can't do it. I can't do it because one of these two has to be checked. No, it's not made for kids, or yes, it's made for kids. Mine are always no. You'll notice as soon as I check that, this popped up and I can now stream, which I'm going to show you how this works. Pretty simple, actually. Here we go. Create broadcast. Creating a new broadcast. Please wait. A few moments later. Now I'm waiting for YouTube to catch up. I go to my channel. I go to live. YouTube is still not caught up. It's broadcasting. I know it's broadcasting because, well, it may be broadcasting. I don't know. I don't see anybody in chat yet. There we go. A little slow. Now, if you watch the chat box over there, hello, this is a quick test. And there it is. And there it is. Now, I'm streaming on YouTube while I'm recording in OBS 1 using my portable version of OBS to demonstrate how to set up OBS so you don't get the mirroring. All the while, I'm actually streaming on YouTube from my channel. This is on my channel. If I come in here and I change this scene up, then it will change on YouTube 20-25 seconds. It's a really bad delay of things lately. Really bad delay of things. There we go. Finally, that took that long. You guys saw the one I clicked the button. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 seconds. Hello, Susanna Morgan, proud single mother. Hello, Alice. Good to see you. I'm just demonstrating that right now there's going to be an upload. You guys are watching the live stream. I am demonstrating how to set up Zoom. Let's see if I'm going 20 seconds. You got to wait 20 seconds. And as you can see, Long Dog joins us on there. I still have no audio going out. So, there we go. Hey, we got audio. So I'm going to wrap this up with this. This is a demonstration of OBS. I'm getting black screen. Yeah, you were getting a back screen because I turned off once again. And there's going to be a video coming out. I mean, right now we're coming up on an hour. I don't know that I'm going to upload an hour, but I am live via OBS. I'm not live using YouTube. This is not live there. Hi, Darren. I know you're in the waiting room. I'm getting ready to let you in and turn that off because I'm getting ready to wrap this up. One last thing. We're going to add a text to this. We're going to not going to name it. I recommend you name it. This is like every other text thing in the world. You can select your font. I just leave whatever it is, but yeah, let's change it to something today. Let's go with I don't know. Go with one of my favorites, which is Comic Sans or Comic something. I don't know. Ooh, cartoon. Cartoon slant. Let's go with cartoon slant. What's the difference between a lot? OBS is OBS. YouTube is YouTube. We'll hit OK. And we're going to go, oh, you can't see it. That's because it's on top. We're going to grab the text and we're going to bring it underneath the browser. Like I said, we're going to grab the text, bring it underneath the browser, and we're going to turn off the first text. Oh no, that's in the browser. What the heck? There we go. We're going to make the text show up. Now if we turn the browser back on, there we go. So I'm going to hit the stop streaming button right here. You guys can't see this. This is all being recorded from my other version of OBS. I just wanted to point out that it could go live at the same time. Let's make one quick change. Can I change the color of this? Let's select a color and let's go with red. Hit OK. Ew, that's horrible. I don't like that. Unlike DaVinci, when you make a change in the color, you get to see the change instantly when you hit the color that you want and go with that blue. No, Ghetto, yeah, Ghetto uses his phone and it converts it, and we'll talk about that later. So, thank you for watching this. I'm going to get it into DaVinci. I'm gonna clean it up and shorten it down and yada 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 yada. I want to thank Darren. I want to thank Long Dog. I want to thank Ghetto Fortnite. I want to thank AJ. I want to thank Susanna Morgan, proud single mother. And if I happen to miss your name, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling through there now. It will be recorded. If this is being recorded. See you later. Have a great day. Be sure to join Kinstyle Live 10 o'clock. Self promotion. Bye everybody. And that does it. That wraps it up. As soon as this ends on the live stream, I will hit the stop recording button and go from there. It just ended. Bringing it to Da Vinci, whatever you want to call it. Oh God, I got a migraine, as Grumpy would say. Thank you, everyone.